Auzubillahi Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Welcome back to, I believe it's fifth video. I believe, Akas, can you remind me?
Yeah,
It is?
it is.
Okay, it's the fifth video. Sorry guys, it was a long time I'm trying to load this video. But here we are today. So in our previous video, we left basically where the present tense was about to start. So I thought, why not we go through all this grammar, fancy stuff. But it is a little bit difficult, but do not take stress. It will come back. You basically go back to the video, watch some other videos. It will be easy, inshallah. So here I have two portions. First is past tense. The other is present tense, and is also future tense as well, which I will explain how it is future when it comes. So this is what I have. If you're seeing right now on the screen, I will also post a picture shot of this. So this is your pattern. If you remember this pattern, you can apply to any kind of verb. Example, zaraba, khataba, nasara. Any verb start with three dhammas can be applied to this pattern. However, we have two more pattern. This is, we already explained. The second one, if you see, the second letter has a kasra instead of a dhamma. The third rule is we have dhamma, pesh. This one is not very common in the Quran. Few words when they come in and out, 10 times maybe. We will discuss this, but do not pay attention to that much, I guess. So one less work for us. So this three fataha pattern is the most common you see in the Quran. So if you see this first word, da, ra, sa, this means he is studied. So he is hidden in this da, ra, sa. So if any noun comes after this, so you do not use he, you use that noun instead. By itself is he. You must put he if it's by itself. So in Arabic, we have for one person, he does something. Basically, this is past tense, he did something. And we also have for two people, and we have for three people. Same as in present tense or future tense. One person, two person, three person. So in English, we have either one person or multiple person, more than one. In Arabic, we have, this is the difference. So when I want to say darasa, he studied. If we have two people study, we say darasa. If you notice with red alif, this alif is presenting two people. And darasu, this means three, it could be 4, 5, or so on. And this alif is just a writing style. So darasa, darasa, and darasu. So in the Quran, if you see this alif at the end of any verb, this means they're talking about two people. So if they have this, darasu, this means now it's more than 2, 3, 4, 5, anything can happen. In also Arabic, we have like same in English, he studied or she studied. Instead of putting he and she, what we do, we change those harakats. We call them Arabs. So this is how we distinguish. This is either talking about he or she. So when you want to say she studied instead of he studied, all you did, Darasa is the same, no change. You add this ta at the end. So this ta represent she, any female, could be older lady or younger lady, doesn't matter. Same way, if you see we have this ta and alif, of course, at the end as well. So daras, darasat is same darasat, and then we add ta, as I mentioned, for two people. And daras na, more than two ladies you're talking about. One lady studied or she studied, two studied, past tense, more than two studied, past tense. So if you want to say you study, male, so this tha is for male, but it has a zabar. If you see the distinguish, you can see it. So tha means you, male. Same way, darastoma, two male. Darastum, more than two. And then you for female, instead of darastha, you have this add. I will say replace, not add. Instead of a tha, you say ti. Darasti is a female. Two female, darastuma and darastunna. So this shadda represent two noons. So darastunna mean three or more. For I and we, I should remove this one, I guess. It's clear now?
Yeah.
Okay. So darastu is I studied. Darasna, we studied. Now, if you take away, I will say, for this portion only. Example, you have a question?
Yeah, I have a question over here that we continuously use suffix in the past, sir.
Yes. Yeah, this I'm coming here. Yeah. So that's good question anyway. Maybe I will discuss, but anyway, I wrote here suffix for the past tense. All those suffix you can see. So in the past tense, you will never see any prefix at the start of any past tense. Good one though, anyway. And also, if you notice here when I come back, but I can explain right now. So we have prefix and suffix. You can see both or either one or both suffix and prefixes for the present tense. But you will never ever see at the beginning of the past tense. So this is another good indication. If you come across Quran, you don't see any prefixes.
In the past tense.
So you should start thinking this is not present, that's for sure. Past tense. It cannot be a past tense if it has prefixes like this. So, let's take example, I will say. Surah Fil. Alam tara kaifa fa'ala rabbuka. Fa'ala rabbuka. Let's go to fa'ala. So fa, a, and la. Fa, a, la. So when you see Surah Fil, you say fa'ala and then rabbuka. Rabbuka. So I will explain this as well, same time, why we don't say he, because first of all, just talk about this fa'ala. So the pattern is fataha. Fa'ala, like we know already, all those Arabic words start from three letters. And this is, if you just simply write down fa, ain, and lam, this means to do. But when you put two fatahas and combine together, This means he did. So now he did. He did. Can you spell it for me?
DID.
He did. So by itself is he did. The moment I add fa'ala rabbuka. So rabbuka means your Lord. So then you will not say he, your Lord. So you simply remove that and combine fa'ala rabbuka, your Lord did. So this is how you basically remove he or she. Itself is he is already there, but when the noun is come, then you do not have to write he and she. So fa'ala rabbuka, your Lord did, not the present. Okay, what else you can take away from here? This is, I will say, pretty much it. Now you need to go back to the Quran and find this pattern, not those patterns yet. So any verb with 3 fatahas, find those words in the Quran. The moment you find that verb is past. So first thing is clear. The second thing will be clear when we know our vocabulary, like kataba, zaraba, he hit or he wrote or he helped. Then we can apply to this pattern. Example, homework, I will say, just take your time and say kataba. How are you going to apply that to this? I'll write down here. Not so good. So this is our pattern. Kataba, he wrote. Same here. So do not change those harakat and try to fit in this box. Kataba, here what we do, we will add this alif at the end. So 2 people wrote. You take that one, katabu, what you gonna do? You do this. So it's katabu, more than 2 people wrote. Darasat, this will be katabat. Darasat, I can write on here. Ka, I will not change those harakats. That's very important. Ka, ta, darasa, ha, da, darasat, katabat, ka, ta, bat, darasat, katabat. Everything will remain the same. No change. This is very important. Katabat.
She wrote.
So she wrote. And katabata, 2 people, and instead of the rasna, this will go katabna. That's it. So again, very important, you do not change those harakats at all. And you just to keep adding it. You can do nasara, exercise at home, fataha, but not these one, because this is ya and this is dhamma here. Now Wakas, I will say you should ask me a question. How you know which pattern is which? How you find out which verb has this zer? Or which pattern has this pesh?
So,
Guess what?
so far we have studied the Fatah. Both have the Fatah, all three Zabar. And the second one, Samia, has Zer in it, and Karoma has Pesh on it.
So this one, this, or even that zabar. Middle letter has zabar, zer, pesh. Your dictionary will decide which verb supposed to has zabar or zer or pesh. So now this will be another topic, how to read dictionary.
Okay.
So I will maybe cover this now faster. Just do that anyway.
I think you will still have to explain the present tense.
Yeah, I will. I will. So let's do this, I guess.
Yeah.
And then, let's see. Take example of this one. If you take this word, yadrusu, now we have prefix attached to the verb. But if you want to find the second letter has, so this is not a second letter, what I'm trying to say. So all those Arabic word, like again go back, da, ra, and sa. These three letters. So which is these three? When you go to dictionary, never find in the ya column. This is the ya, right? So never find in the ya column. You will never find this there at all. Because this is prefix. This has nothing to do with the verb. This one nothing to do with the verb. This one nothing to do with the verb. So all you do, you go start with da. So you flip the page, you see da. And then under this da, you will all see darasa, yadrisu, all of this. And then you will know the second letter supposed to have a dhamma or supposed to have a kasra. Example of kasra, samaya. So this means if you go dictionary, open sa and find this word samaya, and then you will notice the second letter has a kasra. So it has to memorize. It's nothing to, there's no rules or anything like that. Okay, so go back to past is kind of pretty much, we talk about this is present. In the present, yad, ru, su, he does.
He studies.
Sorry, yes. He studies. And then if the two people studies, then what you say? Yad, ru, sa, ni. If the three people, you're talking about study, then yad, ru, su, na. So you add this una to this letter. And if she study, and then you say tadrusu, tadrusani, yadrusuna. This is pretty much remain the same. We have to remember, we have to kind of memorize this pattern. And same way you can apply kataba. If you apply this to present tense, kataba, you say yak tu bu. Yak tu ba. Yak. Okay, let's do it. Let's do at least one. Okay, kataba, it will say yaktubu. That's clear. Now this will be Yadrusani, yaktubani. Yaktubani. So it will be yak to bani. So all those harkat remain the same. It should have this zabar, this should have this sukoon, Ta has this, and then Noon has this here. So remember, those harakat don't go up and down. So you just take that word, just copy paste the same harakats, and this is what you come up with.
We can take one word from the example and we can apply all these rules
Yeah.
one by one
Yeah.
on them easily. Yeah.
Yeah. But this is pretty much, I will say, repeat
It's a matter of practice.
loudly. The good practice is, I will say, when you say darasa, darasu, what you do, darasa, darasu. So when you moving your fingers, so you remember darasa, darasu, darasa, darasu. So you just must do this, and then you remember what you're talking about. It will be more easier this way. What else we are missing here, you think? For this future tense, sorry, I forgot that portion. A lot of people, you hear all those videos I watch a lot, nobody is mentioning future tense at all. What they're saying is yadrusu, he studies, or he will study, which is, I was kind of not agreed, and after watching so many videos I come across very nice one. When I want to say he will study, he will study, all I will say this sa at the beginning of the verb. So you want to say yad rusu, I will translate this he studies. If I say sa yad rusu, that means he will study. Yad rusani, sa yad rusani. Very, very simple. You just add sa. Sometime I believe, if I remember, sofa is also is a future tense. And one more word I'm missing. There's 3-4 same as the sa word, sofa word as well. So this will indicate this is not a present tense, this is a future tense. And one more, I will say, to remember, that's better. Alif, Noon, Ya, and Ta. So if you remember these, so this Alif, when you see at the beginning of the verb, this Alif is I. Like adrusu, I did. So when you say it, you just point out yourself.
I study.
It will be easier for you. When you say we study, it's another issue, so you just posture your hand like we study. So then you kind of more remember. So this is, remember those Alif, Noon, Ya, and Ta. So if you see these in the beginning of the verb, so you should know this is a present tense, another clue, I will say. And Ya, where is that? Yadrisu. And Ta present Tadrisu. No, ta is basically you. Tadrisu is kind of the same. There's no change in these two. Like Tadrisu or Tadrisu, it both mean the same. So you remember Ta is for you. This will come automatically anyway. So we don't know, if you say Tadrusu, we don't know either she or you for male. For in here. We also have this Ya portion, we apply that. Ta portion. Tadrusu. What else we left? Alif, Noon, Ya, Ta.
I think we have covered all 4 letters.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Alif for me, V for us,
Yes.
and Ya for
This is I.
V,
Ta.
he or she,
Yeah. Ya. He. So ya, tha, alif, noon, ya, tha, or if I make one word just now, I remember, you can say Anita. It will be remembered easily. Just for remember. So if you remember this, or Anita, or some people I heard, they say Yatan. Ya, tha, I was some video says Ya, tha, and noon. If you remember that Yatan, the same thing. So it's Ya, this, tha, alif, and Yatan or Anita.
No, I think Jatan is better for.
Sure,
Yeah.
sure. That's fine. This is pretty much it for now. What I'm gonna do next is I'm erasing this because you will find this chart. I already got a picture shot for you guys, and I will post it under the video as well. Just try to memorize the chart, and it will help you to apply all those other verbs come across, and just remember those harkats. You never change those harkats at all. So the third thing I will discuss, I will say in my next class, is Amr. Not right now, I guess. Amr. So this Amr is command. C-O-M-M.
Yes, A and D.
Single M?
Yes.
Double M, right?
Yes.
Command. So command is if you are, it could be, because I'm talking to you, it's not command. Because we are same age, we have same level. So this will be a suggestion for you. Do this for me. Do it. So it's not a command. It's still under command, but it's kind of a suggestion for you. If you do it, better. But young child or your students or no student maybe could be smarter than teacher. Nowadays you never know. So some basically employee, you can say employee or employer, when they tell you something to do it, this can be a command. Just do it. And when you talk with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, then this is not a command, it will be a supplication or a request. So ihdina sirat al-mustaqim. So ihdina. I will explain more in detail. Ihdina. When you say ihdina, so if you remember na is now, we understand all of this. Na mean us or we. So ihdi. Sorry. Ihdi mean guide us. Ihdi mean guide us. Hidayah is from hidayah, from same root. So with ihdi mean when you put this at the start, this is kind of an indication of making amr or command sentences. So you say ihdina, this means guide us. You're requesting to God, guide us to the straight path. Ihdina sirat al-mustaqim.
So we are requesting.
Right. So we are requesting because we are so generous. God teaches us to do, not be so stingy and then asking for yourself, ask for everybody. So that's why it's not ahdini. If you just want to say, just for me, it's ahdini sirat al-mustaqim, you can say that, there's nothing wrong with it. But God teach ahdina instead of ahdini. So there's a very wisdom in Quran everywhere. You can't change it. That's for sure.
So we were talking about command. This is not a command, right?
This is still under a amr tense or command.
Okay.
But command can be three
Types.
One is when I am talking with same level or same age. This will be a suggestion. If I am talking to a younger one, then it could be a command, order. I will say order instead of command. This will be order for the younger child. But if I'm talking to my father or God or somebody way higher than me, then this will be a request.
Correct.
That's it. It's all under command. This will all be under command. Command is the main topic. People still call it sentence, but tenses is not tense. But so it basically past tense, present tense, future tense, and amr. This is how we go.
Okay, and you will apply these in the next lesson on the.
I will go
from
next.
Surah,
Next
inshallah.
surah. So
Inshallah.
next, the last one we left. What was it? Maliki Yawmiddin. Maliki Yawmiddin. So we left here, and the next one is coming. Iyyaka na'budu wa iyyaka nasta'in. We worship you. Wa iyyaka nasta'in. We ask you for help. Nasta'in is ask you for help. So ist, one more topic to start anyway, but let's do it anyway. Ist, when you add, not est, I will say this scene. Scene and tha. When you add this to a verb, ihdinas sirat al-mustaqim, right? When you say astaghfirullah, let's say astaghfirullah, you can astaghfirullah, you asking forgive me. So when you are requesting to someone, you just say sin or tha at that word. When you say astaghfirullah, then you put alif. It's meant I, like we say. Alif is what? I asking you forgive me. When you want to say we asking you forgive me, then you just simply say nastaghfirullah.
Right.
So nastaghfirullah, you add noon, it just means we asking you forgive me.
Forgive
So
us.
the main forgive us. So when you basically remember this sin or tha, when you add any of the vocabulary, the noun, then it become you're asking to give me something. So it's when it comes, we'll talk about more on this. For here, I'm leaving this our 5th video, and next is a long weekend, I will say. I will definitely, inshallah ta'ala, try to more another video. You will not wait any further next week. Thank you so
Inshallah.
much. Thank you guys.
Jazakallah.